up, good people? It's your girl KL. Welcome back to another episode of the work presentation. It's been a little minute, but I had to get some things squared away. But we back at it again this Sunday. So today I have a lovely guest with me. She is a content creator, a wonderful woman, and works in just in general.
And a notary.
Oh, she's a notary too. See, shout yourself out.
You need a signature.
Yeah, okay. So I want to welcome to you, Char. So today we will be talking about having the holiday blues and how do you deal with it. So the holidays coming up, Thanksgiving is right around the corner, and you know, that's not the only holiday. Christmas is also coming up. I want to discuss having the holiday blues. Me dealing with, again, grief, losing my immediate family, not only just my immediates, a lot of aunties, cousins, and just dealing with depression, anxiety, and in general. I'm going to have my guests join me today, and we're just going to tap into how do you deal with that and what are some ways that you can cope with having the holiday blues. So how you doing, Char?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing good, girl. I appreciate you joining me on today's episode. Thank you.
Glad to be here.
I appreciate you. Yeah, so like I told the people, I want to tap into dealing with the holiday blues. Like, I don't know if there's something you've ever dealt with in your life, but I know me, a lot of years, like, more recently, Thanksgiving and Christmas has been something that has kind of given me like being down, because Thanksgiving and Christmas was something that I grew up with my immediate family, my aunts. Like, we would either rotate. We would either have Thanksgiving at my aunt that raised me, my Aunt Weedy's house, or we would have Christmas at my Aunt Lila's house. Typically, that's how it went, but sometimes we would flip-flop through the years.
Right.
And I know after they have passed away, it's been a little hard. Like, the family doesn't get together as much. I thought we were going to be able to get together this year, but the government shut down. Things kind of, got shifted around. So everybody's kind of taking care of their business, which is understandable. But definitely Mother's Day has been a big holiday that I can say, just having the holiday blues, being down, not honestly, the holidays is something that's generally celebrated, no matter your cultural background, you're going to celebrate in some type of way. So I know in the last probably 10 years or so, it really hasn't felt the same to me due to that. So is that something you have experienced or have experienced with?
Yeah, I'm kind of doing that. I'm kind of going through that right now. I was just saying to myself the other day, like I'll be trying to make my own tradition and do my own thing, but it's definitely changed a lot. Like, when people move, when people pass away, it definitely changed, like, the energy around it. Some people outgrow things. Sometimes there's toxicity there. There's a few different things of why you have to mourn, like what you were used to growing up in holidays. I remember that was a thing. We used to actually travel. We'll pack up the car. We'll do a road trip. Most times we'll spend it at like my granny's house. Or we tried to kind of navigate it to like coming here, because most of us ended up moving here to Texas. But it's just not really the same no more. It's not really prioritized. Right. I used to be. Now it's just kind of like, it is what it is. I'm not really doing anything. Thanksgiving is at a minimum. Of course, you kind of, may have people cook, but it's just not really prioritized the same. The energy feels so much different too when people pass away, because sometimes you don't realize how triggering or how you're still grieving them not being there. It feels funny, right? Because for me, being that I've always lived in the Midwest. My dad, he lives in the South, so it's always been this feeling. But I just remember, I think if it wasn't last year, the year before last, it's just when I arrived, it felt empty. It felt gray. It was like sadness. It was just like a distance. It's just like a distance I felt there, and was like, dang, it finally like sunk in. It finally like dang, it's just so different now. And with that, it kind of make you. I know sometimes you probably think that's, you know, the right thing to just, you know, still keep going and visit, but you know, I guess we don't talk about the fact of like sometimes you don't want to feel that sad.
Right.
You don't want to feel emptiness. You don't want to feel distance. You don't want to feel like, you know what I'm saying? Be sitting there getting triggered or grieving in a sense. And sometimes you may have family members there that can help make it better, but then you got some people who just don't understand. So they don't even know how to support you with how you feel.
Right.
And not everybody know how to regulate their emotions. Some people don't know the right things to say because I feel like we're so stuck in saying the most cliche things.
Yes.
And,
it's not really genuine. It's more rehearsed.
Like, verbatim. Like, it's just a script. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got feelings. You know what I'm saying? I have to go home and be with myself. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna have to go apart, separate ways, be by themselves. And the thing about it is that when you go through things where you're grieving, you still gotta go to work.
Yep.
You still gotta handle your business.
Yep.
So some people understand that if you're trying to accomplish something right now, you're trying to get a goal, especially when you like in this economy, that you trying to your goal is to really, you know, get somewhere ahead financially, secure something. You don't got time to be depressed, grieving, and sad again. You already had that season, but now you realize that sometimes when you're revisiting around, trying to celebrate, and there's not nothing really. It's just like it's the same thing. Like let's do something new, different. Maybe let's go to a different. Visit somewhere new. Let's get a cabin. Let's have some games that keep playing. Like let's do something fun. Let's not just be sitting around.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And like, I'm glad you said that too, because honestly, that's literally everything that you just said has literally what I've been feeling in my spirit the last couple of years. Because I went through my period, like I said, where I was a little bit more depressed, so to say, behind the family members being gone, and then I had to go through my own growth and season of shifting. Even though I don't have children yet, you know, I realized that there's power in starting a new tradition, because just like you said, trying to fill the shoes of what you grew up with and what it used to be of, that can be triggering in itself. And that can honestly, you know, keep the holiday blues going. Like you said, even though you are still there with the ones that are still here and you love that part of your family as well, trying to, everybody, honestly, you know, you're a family, so everybody experienced the loss of the ones that are not there. So, you know, I believe that when you come together, you do get fulfilled, because each person in your family has another part of the person or the people that are not here. So you can get refilled with visiting that family, but then trying to, like I said, fill the shoes of what it used to look like can also be triggering. I haven't really been back home. Like, I do still have some cousins that lives there, but we see each other, but 9 times out of 10, they'll come up here to Dallas before I'll go down back home. And especially after my dad passed, it was really, it felt empty going back, because it's just like, all you really can do, I'm from a small town, so all you really can do is ride around by the house where they used to stay at, and it's just like, but it's just like, that can be a little triggering in itself, because I'm riding around here, I know where it's at, but they're not there. And you know, you can go and visit, like we go and visit my aunt's resting place, and the biggest thing, she used to love Coca-Cola, so bring me a Coke. I can hear her now, Keisha, bring me a Coke. And so a lot of times that's kind of like a ritual that we do in our family. If we go and visit her resting place, somebody will go bring her a fresh Coke, put out there. That's kind of how we've been coping with that. But not to go, because that can be a whole nother topic in itself as well. But to keep on topic, you know, like I said, I just realized the importance of starting, and that's something that I wish our family could do. And I believe it'll happen here in the next couple of years. Like I said, I thought we was going to be able to get together this year, but things kind of shifted around.
Yeah.
So hopefully, you know, in the years coming together, we can start a new tradition somewhere else. Go and see, like you said, explore something new. That way we're building something else to look forward to.
What we have now.
Right.
Trying to fill the shoes.
Right.
We need with people and things we don't have.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
I'm like, dang, y'all don't want to try to go to the Polar Express one?
Yeah. For real.
We don't got to do it. Like, we can literally, like, I know everybody coins is different, but if you really just plan, even if it's not the next year, the second year, third year, like, have a goal and also give something to look forward to.
Yes.
Like, I don't think we normalize the fact that you're supposed to have something to look forward to.
So, so like I said, definitely, like we discussed, one of the main things, people, that you can do to kind of overcome the holiday blues is start something new. If it's just you and your dog, or if it's just you and your kids and immediate family, why don't y'all start something new? And honestly, I know one year, after my auntie had passed, something that I did was, like I said, cooking is in my bloodline. Yeah. So, and I always tell people, I don't know how to cook small. My auntie owned a restaurant. I do not know how to cook for just me or just two people, or to, like you said, like two people. I cook like it's about to be a whole football team in my kitchen. And I'm just like, girl, what you gonna do with all this food? So one year, when chicken was a little cheaper,
chicken expensive.
Not chicken expensive.
Actually, a wing.
Nah, for real.
That motherfucker be pretty.
Nah, for real. But
pretty Mexican wings.
Yeah, no, for real. But one year I cooked. I baked some chicken. I baked a big old pan of dressing. Macaroni and cheese, you know, it was from scratch. And I think I did candy yams and some greens. I plated up, I think maybe about 25 plates, went and bought some canned drinks, and I just loaded all that stuff up in my trunk and went to downtown Dallas and fed some homeless people.
See, that's the type of stuff I do.
Yeah, like really giving back, because that's in my nature too. Yeah. So that was something that I did, you know. Something. Yeah, so with you being a foodie like me, what's gonna be on your plate for this Thanksgiving?
So I was thinking about doing a roast.
Okay.
Some chicken dressing.
Okay.
Some macaroni and cheese. I don't know if I'm decided on collard greens with a little smoked turkey in there, or some cabbage. Did I say kidney lane?
No. But I knew that was gonna have to be in that sauce.
Honey butter cornbread. I'm making a sweet potato pie. My sister like pumpkin pie, so I'm gonna make her a pumpkin pie.
Oh. Out with the pumpkin. Hey, that's, typically in our community, we gonna eat the sweet potato pie.
Leave my baby alone. She like pumpkin pie.
That's okay.
But I get to put my recipes on.
Yeah,
it's gonna taste.
Yeah, similar. Yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna fake so hard on the pumpkin pie, because I have tasted it, and they, depending on who's cooking it, the seasoning that you use, I'm gonna say spices for pies. Yes. The spices that you use in the batter, it probably tastes a little similar. Yeah.
And so I think, I'm undecided if I'm just gonna buy a New York style cheesecake or attempt to make one my own this year. And I love red velvet, so gotta do a red velvet cake.
Oof.
And I look, 'cause it's my.
Can I just come to your house? I'll bring the turkey. You're welcome.
Well, we can do that. We can get up, girl. I'm come get you, girl.
Yeah.
You told us so we can be alone for Christmas. Girl, no, we can make them cookies.
Nah, for real, we can make them cookies. We can have
a movie night.
Yes.
I like to play some games, girl.
Yes, no, for real. And I appreciate, that's why I welcome sisterhood. Like, you never know who you touching with just reaching out or doing something, you know? So exactly. So I definitely appreciate that, for real. We're gonna talk more on it. Okay. All right. So we're gonna move into a segment that I have. So normally, like, it just depends on what I have with the guests. I wish I would have known you was a notary. I could have thought of something else clever, but we're gonna play this little card game here, and I'm just gonna choose one of these lovely cards here. Okay. And we're gonna see what it say. And then you can pull some too. We're gonna have our segment, and we're gonna wrap this up so we can go eat. All right. So it says, which adjectives would you use to describe your home?
Cozy, welcoming, peaceful.
Okay. And those three, I would assume that for you. Your presence online is so welcoming, so like you just give that about yourself, like your humbleness, and your genuine spirit. Like it really comes through your post, like about what you genuinely talk about, like say self-love, pouring into yourself, and just being positive, because it's a lot of hate in the world these days.
It is.
People aren't generous. They out for themselves, to themselves, for themselves. And I just don't believe you grow like that. I don't believe you get blessed like that or nothing. So I definitely want to have that spirit. So I believe you when I step foot into your home. What do you do to promote that space in your home?
It starts by one, my energy being in place with that. I always like having candles and incense lit. I'm breaking out of the habit of like feeling like I have a loyalty to like the things I already had, like like throwing out old furniture or just the fact of decorating.
I can see how that can be a greater mindset as well, because you touched on having a loyalty, and I can attest to, in my own verbiage, saying having an attachment to things that we have had. Because one thing that my grandmother was big on, she was big on preservation, and that's because of the time she grew up in. Like you had to preserve what you had, especially being in the Black community. She grew up in a time where they really didn't have much, and not to say that we can't fall on hard times in this economy, because baby, I am on a hard time.
I keep stuff too for like, well, what if? Like what if?
I might not look good, but baby, I'm on a hard time.
No, you don't have to look like what you've been through.
No, I never look like what I've been through, baby. I'm gonna keep this smile on my face. I'm gonna be positive, and I'm gonna be optimistic, and I'm gonna keep on trucking. A lot of people tell me, like, a lot of people don't know my story, and that's what I'm doing with the work presentation. Is I'm using my story to love on the dark parts of myself, so that I can grow and overcome. But I'm also asking people to join along with me to do it, because we all have different things that we can work on. So but so okay. So why don't you pull one of them cards?
Okay. Let me pull one. Okay. If you could excel at any competitive sport, which would you choose?
One of my new favorite movies is King Richard. It's a movie. It's on Netflix. And it's actually a biography on Venus and Serena Williams.
Wait. Girl, I'm bad with names and titles.
Yeah.
So I've actually seen that.
You seen it?
So dope with
Will Smith?
Yep. So perspective on tennis.
Yes. And so, like, of course I've known who Venus and Serena was growing up, but I never really like realized the impact that they had on tennis. And it hit even harder when I was one of the first like Black girls on the team from a small little town that I'm from playing tennis. So I just know that is a competitive sport, and the agility that you have to find this small pinpoint of a ball. Mm-hmm. The ball is smaller than basketball,
so calculated,
and it's very calculated. Like I said, you have to have the agility to get to where it's going, mm-hmm. and be able to ping pong it back. And I can relate that in life. Like, life will throw you this small little curve, and you gotta be able to bounce back with it. So I'm gonna go with tennis.
Okay.
I appreciate having you on this episode of the Work Presentation Char. I don't believe this is gonna be our first and last episode, because I love the energy, like I said. Yes, ma'am. So for those of you that were out there watching, I appreciate you tuning in. Go ahead, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like, comment, and share button. You already know what to do. Let me know what you're going to be doing this holiday season. Are you going to be with family? Are you going to be with yourself? Just go ahead and tap in with me. And you already know, we're going to catch you on the next episode of the Work Presentation. We out of here.